In this lesson, we are looking at how to set goals smartly. Everything you have learned so far about the ABC framework has been about preparing you to formulate the desired outcome. Today, we are exploring the need to have big goals that are driving force of change process. As fourth step in the ABC framework and the first in the B's, setting big goals is a huge part of learning success. The knowledge is important because you must ensure that you can reach your goals and that is relevant to your values and your vision. From now on, these goals drive you seamlessly together and guide and monitor you on the right path towards your success. So, without further ado, let's get started and look at how to correctly set these big goals. Set the target. Now that you have a fresh perspective on your own self awareness and accountability, it is time to your big goals. Big goals are those that involve real and meaningful transformation. It is not about getting up 10 minutes earlier each morning. Those are habits in support of your goals that we will go later on. No, we are looking for these goals that are about bigger transformations, the major changes that you want to see in your life, the ambitious outcomes that inspired to seek you out in the first place. Now, we don't want to set several big goals at once. It's okay for you to have more than one big goal, but the key is to prioritize them one at a time. We mentioned the ripple effect before. When you develop a habit that will help you achieve your biggest goal, these habits will likely also help you improve in other areas at the same time. You need to spend quality time on this step of the framework. If you set the wrong goal, you could be quickly heading in the wrong direction and wasting time. Much like making a road trip to a sporting event only to find out that the game was at a different stadium. You reached your goal, but the goal was the wrong one from the start. That is the difference between accuracy and precision. Accuracy is hitting the right target. Precision is hitting where you aim. Notice the difference, right? You can be precise and consistently miss the target simply because your aim was misplaced. Therefore, you always want your target and aim to align so that you aim and hit the right target. That is why it is critical during the earlier steps, especially the audit. You help yourself drill down to precisely pinpoint the root of the problems or the need. Let's look at a quick example. So you want to write more blog content, but you are not a very good writer. So your goal is to be a better writer and produce a ton of online content to get readers to your blog. You spend months and lots of money taking courses on writing, doing research. Then you spend many more months producing content for your blog. You go through many drafts as you are slowly getting better at writing. Well, kind of getting there. Now you are 6 months removed from when you stand on this goal. You are slowly making progress. After several more months, you have enough content to increase readers. In the meantime, all that writing, which is not your strength, took most of your time and made you unhappy and neglect your true passion. Now, imagine you find out that all you have to do is to start a vlog or a YouTube channel. You really like speaking and talking comes naturally to you. You see, the real goal was not to do a better writer. The real goal was to increase traffic to your website. there are many ways to accomplish the goal of increased traffic. By setting the wrong goal, you spend a ton of unnecessary time, energy, and money, and you did not effectively achieve your main goal. To keep from doing something similar with you, you want to focus on your self audit and make sure you are helping yourself set the best goals using the correct process for you. SMART goals. And now you may have heard this before, but this module is one way to help create goals that are more likely to be achieved. They are called SMART goals, and each of the letters represent how a goal should be set: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound or time framed. These are SMART goals. So let me give you a couple of examples. I want more traffic to my website is not a specific or measurable goal. Change it to I want to increase the organic web traffic to my blog by 40%. Now it's both specific, organic traffic to my blog, and measurable increase by 40%. But the goal also needs to be attainable. The example we used is attainable, at least in theory. A 40% increase next month seems reasonable. But if I said I want my web traffic to increase from 50 people per day to 5,000 people per day next month, that may not be attainable unless there is already something lined up for you to gain that much exposure. You also want your goals to be relevant. Perhaps you don't really see the value of having a blog. You are only setting that goal because other people told you that is necessary. Therefore, having a blog is not really relevant to your passion. As a result, you are not likely to exert enough effort and stick with it. Going back to your previous writing examples, maybe your goal should be to increase traffic to your YouTube channel instead. If you prefer talking to the camera over writing, lastly, you want the goal to be time framed as well. So, going back to our simple goal, I want to increase my organic web traffic to my blog by 40%. By adding a time frame such as next month, it is now time frame 2. Question why. Now you have helped yourself determine the area of your life that want to change as the largest priority, and you have drilled down to help establish your SMART goal to get yourself where you want to be. It is time to make sure you have the motivation to stick with the practice and get all the way there. You can't really do this any earlier. One easy way to help you see the benefit of completing the program is to ask yourself why. And the three letters in the acronym why represent the following. W is what. What happens if you do not achieve this goal? The H is how. How is achieving this going to impact your life? The why is why. Why does the change matter to you? That is really all there is to it. Just as this simple acronym. When a person knows why they want to achieve an outcome, they are more likely to continue to do what it takes to go there. Of course, the answers are usually not simple. You want to really make sure you think about, reflect on, and even write down the W. What happens if you do not achieve this goal? There may be more than one thing. It may even be pages of content for your answer. The same thing applies to H. How is achieving this goal going to impact your life? This is where you start to visualize the outcome and how your life will be different, better once the goal has been achieved. In this way, you are already forming an emotional attachment to your new better self. The emotional attachment moves you from the past to the future. The answers can range from a few words to 2 pages of content. In fact, the more you have to do, the better. Some people are visual, so it could establish a vision board. Or you may be more meditation focused, so you could have practice meditation around visualizing your life after having achieved this goal, and so forth. With the why, there are not many relevant words that start with the letter Y. So we refer to the word why with the letter Y. We ask, why does this change matter to you? This gets to the root of the issue or desire. A change in sometimes a change in your goal after realizing your why is not what you really had in mind. Usually, once you know your why, you have every reason in the world to keep going. It's the reason why lifelong smokers are able to quit when their child is born. The why is so strong that they are able to overcome an actual addiction. As such, the why is the engine that moves people to success, even if it means going far out of your comfort zone. Remember, real change never takes place when we are in our comfort zone. Now that you know how to question yourself to make sure that you identify the real goal, that is it, the root of your needs, and know how to help yourself set it smartly, we conclude our lesson on the big goal. Final thoughts before we go. For now, you know the importance of the 3 A's in the ABC framework: awareness, audit, accountability to set smart goals. You are equipped to ask structured questions using the why process so that you get to the root of what you want or need. You then use the SMART principles to help reformulate these ideas into goals that are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time framed. With this important realization, you are set on the best path to achieve goals that are aligned with your values and vision, therefore offering the best chance at persisting and succeeding. In the next lesson, we continue with the B's in the ABC coaching model by looking at building habits to support achieving big goals. But before you begin to join the next lesson, please don't forget the reflection and practical exercises first. Until next time, keep up the phenomenal work and let happiness be a choice that spreads joy.